I'm gonna replace the CV boot. You can see right there that it's ripped. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take off your tire. There's your lug nuts over here. So these ones are a little bit oversized, so I can put an actual star wrench on them. You may have some that are a little bit smaller that look like that. So just make sure to find the right size. So go ahead and take those off. Sorry, I didn't mean to take them off. Go ahead and loosen them, and so you can be able to lift up your ATV to be able to take the tire off completely. So don't take them off while it's sitting like this on the ground. Just loosen them up a little bit. All right, now that you've loosened them, go ahead and lift up your four-wheeler. I have a high lift jack that I'm gonna be using. You can use it whatever kind of jack you want. Just make sure you have some kind of a stand to put it on so it doesn't fall over on you. I've got a couple of these. I've seen people use blocks of wood. Whatever you feel comfortable with, just make sure you be safe. You don't want the four-wheeler falling over on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up now. Now that I've got to lift it up, you can see there's some space. There's my tire. So now go ahead and remove your tire. Now that you've got your tire off, there's a couple things you need to do. There's a bolt here. I've already undone it. It took a little bit of strength to take it off. You've got a bolt here, which I've already also undone, and a bolt here. And so what you're gonna do, I leave this top one in until I've got everything off. But so you're gonna unscrew this, and then inside there's a little piece that you can pull off. I might use some needle nose pliers to get it loose at first, and then come over here, this side, and do the same thing. Pull those out. Next thing you're gonna do is you gotta remove this. I just used a flathead screwdriver, pulled it off, and then you've got your pin right here that you need to undo. So let me go ahead and do that real quickly. Now that you've got your pin out, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna loosen this. I just grabbed a big wrench, and then you're gonna wanna undo this so that the whole piece will come out. And then next we'll undo this bolt we left in earlier. So let me go ahead and take this part off. So now that I've done this, I took my pin out and I've got this piece off, and I had a washer. I gave it a little pull, and you can see there's where it attaches to. So as you pull this, it will take, and this will eventually come loose your axle. You can let this dangle, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a couple little pulls. Do it with two hands real fast. And now you can see that it's off and it's out. So now this is free, and so I'm gonna take it, I'm just gonna hang it down below all the A-arm and everything. So now I've got this out of here. What I've seen a lot of people do, and I've seen a lot, is people will take and undo this bolt so they can move this whole thing out of the way. There's also a bolt, sorry, it's underneath my light, you can see it's the very top. People undo that so this whole thing can get up here. So I'm gonna remove this piece out of my way so I can get a direct shot at pulling the axle out. So let me go ahead and do that. I went ahead and undid this one and just pulled this right off. Now you can see it's kind of up out of my way. Next thing you're gonna wanna do, so these axles have got little bands on them. You can either try and take that off now, or depending on how bad your boot is, you might be able to just pull it right out. I might just cut this one off since it's ripped anyways, and then I'll show you what. On this model, they're actually right in here. You might have to feel around. You can see this is solid. Right here there's a gap. Where that gap is, there's actually a little circle pin in there. So it's kind of like this, and you gotta get some tweezers or some pliers, and you gotta pull it apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So grab your needle nose pliers. When you put your finger right there, you can kind of feel it a little bit. You've got to separate that in order to get this axle out. There's kind of like a little groove it's sitting in. Okay, so that was a little bit tough getting out, but you can see a little ring right there. That's where that piece is snapped into. So I got it pulled off. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up all the grease off here. I ended up cutting this piece a lot easier, and I'm gonna get, there's a metal ring right here that you got to get that off. What you're gonna do now that you've got it out and cleaned, you're gonna take and you're gonna put the boot over the top of it. But before you get the boot on, make sure to put your ring on there as well. Once you've got it all together, you can put it back into where it goes. Make sure to watch out for that ring that was there, and then put everything back together. If you have any questions, let me know.